So I'm going up the lift for Panoramic 34 on level 34. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I feel like this is such an incredible view. I can literally see the Liver Building. It's just like literally right here in front of me. An absolutely incredible view of the Mersey, and it's just wonderful to just be able to watch all the cars go by. I literally feel that this is like the best seat in the house. We've got, I'm pretty sure that is the Liverpool wheel that it's called. It's like the London Eye, but Liverpool wheel. It's slowly going on there. It's just an incredible, absolutely incredible view. Just standing up to get a bit of a better view of the view, and wow, it is just so cool. Pretty sure that is the Liverpool Lime Street. That was the station that I came in on. And there's like this huge radio tower, which hopefully will guide my way to quite a few places. Wow. I'm going to see the hotel where I'm staying. It's literally, oh yeah, it's literally right there. That is the Malmaison where I'm staying. So this is the lunch menu. So we've got 2 courses for 35 and 3 courses for 40. A couple of the dishes are a bit extra. So you've got like the scallop, which is a bit extra there, and the lamb, which is a little bit extra there as well as the lobster spaghetti. We've got some sides and desserts, and the cheeses are just a little bit more as well. The bread course was a sourdough and also a tomato and parmesan brioche croissant crossover. Also a sea salt and rosemary focaccia, which was the star of the show. Also some cheese and onion straws there. There are some long straws. Also some butter, and they also brought over some oil, a choice of oils as well. I do apologise, it is a bit dark. So the starter here is chicken cappelletti. Did I say that right? I have no idea. It's kind of like a ravioli type arrangement with stuffed pasta. It also had a chicken jus, which they came and poured over afterwards, and a roasted garlic cream and parmesan foam. Now, I've never eaten foam before, but it was tasty. It was really tangy, and with that kind of really rich dark chicken jus, it just went really well together. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, bread did get dipped in at the end. So here we have the main. It was the trio of lamb. There was also some mixed veggies, And in the little dish on the side, the guy did tell me the name of it so many times, and I just forgot. So tender. There is just no pressure required there whatsoever. Veggies perfectly cooked, sweet and charry. So I don't know if you can see at the top of the page, but this is now the dinner menu, and it's £99 for the 3 courses rather than £40 for the 3 courses, which is what you get with the lunch menu. So if you can get there for lunch, I would definitely recommend it. Definitely if you get there at sunset like I did. I was way too full for dessert, but they did do me some lemon sorbet with some shortbread crumbles. These are the very sparkly toilets. Lovely, cute little hand sink with some ginseng hand wash. One last view out the window now. It's completely dark, and a quick sneak peek at a couple of the installations from the Liverpool River of Light. So I definitely need a nice long walk now after all that food at Panoramic 34, which was incredible. The food was so good. I feel so full up now. But do you know what? That really has been like 2.5 hours of just absolute escapism. Like, it really did feel like just being there in my own little world, enjoying the view, enjoying some lovely food, having some wonderful service. In fact, I paid more than I should have done for the service charge because I generally just thought the service was so good. Like, I genuinely felt so cared for, looked after. I think, you know, when you are dining on your own as well, you're really kind of looking for that experience where you just feel like you are being, you know, taken care of and looked after, and that you feel safe. It is really quite windy now, but I'm going to go and have a look at some of the exhibitions from the River of Light. I can see one already and it looks so busy. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a little peek at that. I think this is a load of like fluorescent tubes, fluorescent tube lighting. So this is the map for the River of Light. This one is, I think, called the Neuron. There we go. You are here. That is right near the River Building. She's got some information there about the artist. There's been a queue for this one because you can walk along it, so I am going to give it a try, even though I'm not quite sure how all this food I've just eaten is going to unbalance me or not. I'm not quite sure how this baby's not going to do it, is it? Looks like it's literally just kids doing it and me. Here we go.
I don't think I'm going to do a flying dismount like that small child did. Hey, here we go. Excellent. I'm pretty sure there is another one of the light shows a bit further up, but it's so windy. I was going to try and see if I can walk down the long way, but as usual, I found myself somewhere where I probably actually aren't supposed to walk over, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to jump down here. Whoa. And try and see if I can get to it this way because it's so windy down that way. And plus this way. Get to look at that beautiful building. I can't remember which this one is. I'm pretty sure this is the Cunard Building, and this is the other one of the three graces that's not the Liver Building, but I'm not actually sure what it's called. Who have we got here? Very serene looking individual here. So I can definitely see another one of the light installations up here. Oh, we have the daffodil of Liverpool, and this the lights here from a distance look like a giant corn on the cob. Literally is just like a giant light corn on the cob. That's what it looked like to me. Sounds like a bit of a party boat. You can hear some music. I don't know if it's just like there's a menu outside. I think it might just be like it's just a restaurant. It's got a bar menu and a normal menu. It's lovely. But yeah, I can definitely see one of the light exhibitions up here. Looks like quite a bright one. I'm looking forward to this one. It's a big looking. It looks like the one up ahead of me is called the Blueprint, and the one to the side here is the Optic. So this one is called Blueprint. She reminds me of a roller coaster. I think they are all made out of what's the word? Like fluorescent tube lighting. Fluorescent tube lighting. That's what they all look like. Reminds me of when I used to have a snake and geckos, and they had and they needed to be nice and warm. I like that you can come underneath this one. You kind of feel immersed in it. Oh, look at the light flowing down. Wonderful. Also reminds me a bit of a water slide. So I don't think there are any more light exhibitions up this way, but in front of me I have just seen an archway. Every time I see an archway or a bridge, I always feel like I need to either go under it or I need to cross it. And I quite often think about, as I'm walking under an archway or over a bridge, things that I kind of want to leave behind, or things that I want to kind of stop worrying about, letting go of baggage. Often walking over a bridge, under an archway, think of those things that are kind of just holding you back, pulling you down, that you don't need anymore, and just let them go. This is the archway in question, and actually there's also a bridge as well. I can walk under an archway and go over a bridge. So this was built with stone from the original 1855 warehouse by Merseyside County Council. So here I'm just at the Albert Dock, and I think if I go across this bridge, it will actually allow me to kind of walk back and get fairly close to my hotel, or perhaps not. I might have to come back on myself, but I am going to give it a go. Welcome to Albert Dock. So here is a bridge. Lots of opportunities for letting go of stuff. I've walked under an archway. I'm now walking under the bridge. I also get a good view now of the Liverpool Wheel. I think it's called the Liverpool Wheel. I'm going to check that one out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called the Liverpool Wheel. If not Liverpool, I am sorry. But I just love walking across the bridge, and I always have to stop and have a look over the edge. I just love a city at night. Incredible. Oh, look at this beautiful tree with some lights on. The floating grace. I have a lovely view of Albert Dock here, and when I get back to my hotel room I will give my full review of Panoramic 34. So this one reminds me of when someone's trying to like break in somewhere and it's got the laser beams that are gonna chop a leg off if you get a leg in. That is what this one reminds me of. Are you supposed to be able to get in it? Because it looks like you could get in it and try and get through before a laser gets you. I don't know if anyone would be brave enough to do that. Oh, it's gone off now. Now it's just dark. Okay, maybe this is like a full cycle of it, because it went dark but now it's come back again. It's kind of really gently moving slowly. But yeah, it definitely is like one of those laser... What are they called? They're like a laser barrier beam that's going to get you if you try and, I don't know, break in. It's harder than breaking into the Louvre. It's flashing. It's quite clever. It's on like it's like a roller blind, or like, I don't know, the track of a tank or something. Let's see if I can get a little close up of it. Typical, it's stopped now. Oh, there we go. Close up of it. It's on like a motor. It's very clever. It's like a cable and a pulley motor. I'm going to move away. So far, this has definitely been the most kind of interesting one. It's supposed to be, but it's like strangely comforting. I've got my back leant up against like the wall bit behind it, and it's like a real vibration. Do you know when you're at like a gig or a concert or a rave or something, and you feel the vibration of the speakers through you? It's comforting. It feels like that. So I've just come to sit down outside the Cunard War Memorial. It feels a little bit quieter here. So as much as I love these kind of things, it does get a bit much being in crowds, and I think at these kind of events and things it's really easy to start getting frustrated with people that are taking it at a different pace to us. You know, so for example, if there's someone who is being a bit slow in front of us or kind of faffing about, I think some people will feel that they will linger outside beside one of the attractions for longer than maybe you feel they should. Some people feel that they can take up lots of space and sort of be there for ages, whereas other people are much more, if someone else wants to have a look, I better move out the way. And sometimes it can be really frustrating, if the pace doesn't line up with what we want. I hope that was like a firework or something. It was like some loud explosions. I can see smoke. I really do hope that is just fireworks. Oh god. But yeah, and I think it's really important just to kind of remind ourselves that everyone takes things at their own pace, and that's okay. As long as people aren't being overly disruptive or or rude or aggressive or harassing, everyone can just take things at their own pace. Also, I think as well, like I can be quite alert in a crowd, whereas not everyone is. You know, some people are quite content to kind of just be in a crowd and, you know, not really look at, you know, what else is going on around them too much. You know, other people feel really on high alert in crowds. So everyone's really different, and it's just worth kind of reminding ourselves that, so we can kind of respect each other and make sure that these kind of events are always going to be enjoyable for everyone.
Is the outfit that I wore for dinner at the Panoramic 34. I keep forgetting which number it is. Like some paper bag waist trousers, black trousers, and just like a fairly plain but smart purple jumper. I like the little bits that it's got on the shoulders, and then just my Chelsea boots. So my hair's a little bit wild now from my walking around outside. So when I am travelling, I don't like to take much stuff. I usually like to just take one backpack as advertised down here. So it's really important for me that my outfits work for multiple occasions. So even though that was like a really nice restaurant, and if it was one that was closer to home, I probably would have dressed up a little bit more, but I wanted to make sure that I had clothes with me that I could use for other occasions on the trip as well. And I thought these trousers are great because they're quite short, so if it is a bit rainy out and about and I'm walking around, these are a really good job for that. Plus they are really comfy as well. These boots are really great for walking around. They are insulated and they are also waterproof, and they are from Will's Vegan Shoes. Highly recommend their footwear. Very versatile.
So what did I make of Panoramic 34? Well, I thought it was a wonderful experience. It was real escapism. It was just 2.5 hours of a really relaxed meal with incredible views and really friendly, welcoming service. So right when I very first got there, the woman that seated me to my table, who took my coat, she was like really complimentary of my coat, like, oh, I love your coat, such a lovely colour, but it was like seemed really genuine. And the other guy who came over to like take my first order was really friendly. He was really nice as well. So let's have a look. Let's go through the bill. So I had a still water, and it was one of the big bottles. There's one of the 750ml bottles for £6. And then I had a 175ml glass of New Zealand Sauvignon for £8.95, which I think is great. Some of my local pubs charge more than that. Then I had the bread and butter for £5.50, and that was some good bread with some really nice butter. They brought around a choice of oils and like poured it out in front of you. They explained the bread as well. One was sourdough, one was the basically cheese and onion brioche, and then there was a focaccia as well, like sea salt and rosemary focaccia, which was so good. So that bread was delicious. Next, I had the capelletto, which was like chicken stuffed pasta. and that had the chicken too that they came and like poured on top. It was so rich, it was so good. We've had HelloFresh when some of the meals come with the chicken stock, and you know that's going to be a good one. Tasted, it reminded me a bit of that. But yeah, really rich, really tasty. And the main was that trio of lamb with the meat that literally just like, there was no pressure needed at all to cut it, just came right off. At one point I would say it even tasted, and the texture was even billowy. It's how I could describe it, billowy. The veg was really good. The cavallero was like really crispy. I don't know how they got it like that, but it was so good. The carrots were lovely, cooked perfectly. There was also beetroot. I'm not really a big fan of beetroot. That's really good for you. But it was cooked to perfection. It had something else with it as well, and the waiters literally told me the name of it like 3 times, and I still don't remember. It sounded like beluga, but it was like some like Italian sort of salad. That was really tasty. And the gravy was really rich. It was really, really good. So that was the starter and the main, and that was part of the lunch course meal. So that was £35. Now it would have been £40 to have a pudding as well, but I was way too full for a pudding, way too full. But I did ask for some sorbet, some lemon sorbet, and they brought that round with like what's the word? Shortbread, like a shortbread crumb on top, and that was a really nice touch. That was really good. But they didn't actually charge me for that. Like, they didn't count that as dessert, so I got the 2 courses for £35. The seasonal vegetables as a side was £6.50. Now I think that lunch menu is such a good deal, considering that the dinner menu is the same menu, but it's like double the price. So the dinner menu is, I'm pretty sure it was £90 for the 3 courses, and considering I went at like 4 o'clock, which I think is their like last lunch sitting, I think that's such a good way of doing it. If you can get there for lunch, incredible deal. So there's a £7.20 service charge, an optional service charge that they add. I asked if I could pay a bit more because I thought the service definitely deserved more than that. Like, they looked after me so well. As being when you're out dining on your own, you really want to be looked after, and they really did. So in total, that bill there was £79.15, but because I had already paid a deposit, you pay a deposit when you book. That means that the total there was £59.15. I think that was money well spent for the view, for the ambience. Like, when they sat me down and I could see my view, like, it literally was a view right of the little building. It was just such a wonderful view, and it's great, I think, whenever you visit somewhere for the first time, to get up high, because you can really see around, get a good lay of the land. And yeah, it was just incredible, and I think the time I went as well just made it such a great time. It was the time from when dusk is to night, so I basically got to see the city, the city kind of come to life when when the lights start coming on, and you get that like magical kind of golden hour time before the sun goes down. It was incredible. You don't see like a direct sunset because it's not facing the right direction, but you still get like that beautiful kind of dusky lights. So yeah, incredible time to go. I think I timed that perfectly. But no, I would definitely recommend anyone going in for a visit there. It was really relaxed, but they also made me feel really special as well. Yeah, I had a fantastic time.
So I'm just going to check out the slippers.
Oh. They actually feel really nice. They're like a kind of corky bottom, and then they're quite thick. Nice. Just gonna run a nice bath. It was one of those ones where at first I was like, where does the water come out? But it comes out over here. And this little thing here, you toggle on and off to do the bath. And the bath and shower gel smells just fine. There's no turn down service, so I've just done my own. Little slippers on the towel by the bed. I mean, what is the... Still not quite sure what the purpose of that is. And then I've just turned the main lights off and just have the lights to the side. Lovely.